is Greg Palast reporting for Rolling Stone. You can get this story about the GOP's secret plan to wipe out up to 1 million voters by this November. It's a story I've started covering before on the air with you. It's about a guy named Chris. So wait, let me start again. Donald Trump has said that this election is fixed, and it is because there are people voting many, many times. Well, the election is indeed rigged, but the rigging is being done by Trump's cronies, in particular his big supporter, the right-wing fanatic Secretary of State of Kansas, Chris Kobach, who has gathered the entire voter files of 30 states controlled by Republicans, especially those swing states, Ohio and North Carolina and Arizona, which I'm really concerned about. And what they're doing is they are quietly, without any notice, they're quietly knocking off hundreds of thousands of voters across these 30 states, accusing them of what Donald Trump was saying, of voting many, many times, people voting multiple times. Now, that's a federal crime. You vote twice, you go to prison for 5 years. They've arrested about 3 people, but Virginia alone knocked off, while the Republicans controlled it, 41,000 people. And we are looking at 100,000 being knocked off by Ohio. They have 500,000 on their suspect list. North Carolina has over 250,000 people on their suspect list, and they're removing them by handfuls. And guess what, Tom? It's people it's voters of color. You've got the names that they're wiping off, and we've got their confidential lists. That's one thing they didn't expect. Their lists are confidential. I've got them. Mm-hmm. And the names are Rodriguez, Mohammed, Garcia, Kim. In other words, Democrats.
They're looking for ethnic minorities, basically.
Yeah, minorities. And so we are looking at a mass wipeout of minority voters. This is very similar to what I did in 2000, finding a computer list of black people who were removed, falsely being accused of felons. This is
you busted Katherine Harris for that, as I recall.
Yes, we got Katherine Harris, exposed that one. Unfortunately, we exposed it while she was at the Bush inauguration.
Right.
And so I don't want this story to come out at the Trump inauguration, not that I'm for one candidate or another, but I do believe that even black people should be allowed to vote in America, and they're going after those, the minority voters. It's a cruel and silent system.